You know, it's funny. I hit mute like 5 times. No one heard that. All right, we're off to a preseason start, are we? Bro, I swear I did hit unmute like 6 times, but I guess I didn't. Okay, now we're fixed. Thank you, Sean, for the heads up. Hey, right there. New guy in charge, stepping in already, keeping me in check. Joe, your sound's all screwed up. Thank you. I need that. Here we go. Send the invite. We good now? I suck. Preseason mode, we call it, right? Right?
Yeah.
Here he comes. Get the wire race here. Let's hit a reason why we're here tonight. Shout out. No, we're late. Joining us right now, the man bringing us back. Welcome to the show, Mr. Sean Moats.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
Doing great, sir. How are you?
Hanging in there, man.
Same. Been quite a long winter already.
Yes, it has.
Spring coming. What are we, like 2 weeks away, 3 weeks from spring officially?
Right
Not
around the corner.
But like the weather.
Right around the corner.
Give us an update, Sean. What have you been doing?
Man, it's just trying to bring football back to Washington County. I know we got a new home this year, but just trying to bring football back, to the Hagerstown area, tri-state area, and you're right there, fella. First beer, first time.
I'm about to kick his ass out.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, dog? I'm just sitting here enjoying a beer right now. What do you mean?
Good Lord.
Go on.
Preseason.
It is preseason.
But
Hey,
yeah, man,
the setup's nice. So look what we got. We got
it's pretty
all
awesome.
past champions on display tonight.
Yeah.
Misfits, Broad Axe, Miller Lite, Adrenaline Rush, X Dogs, AFN, Mack Truck Bulldogs.
That's a throwback there.
Yeah, all these teams are the last 6 WCFFL champions.
I'd say there's maybe 5 or 6 people left in the league that played against Mack Truck or with Mack Truck.
It's getting lower and lower. It's crazy to think how time is going on. How many? What's that?
5 might be a stretch.
Yeah, but even then, it's amazing how many guys' careers span longevity. Like, take a look at the footage we found recently with Kenny Diener playing in Maryland States, which for those of you who don't know, Maryland States was what the circuit was back in the day. Diener was playing circuit ball against an elite team like the Metro Chiefs, while also starring out as the 1997 Washington County Defensive Rookie of the Year.
97. I believe that's when Pokemon took the United States by storm, and I was in it.
Pokemon and 9-Man at Marty Snook on Saturday morning. That was the go. That was the move.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I'm excited. There's been a lot of people working behind the scenes all winter long to, help bring this back, and just excited to finally bring it back, man. It sucked this fall not having county, but is what it is. So we're back.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see us back. Like, that was the biggest question going into this year was, would we see Washington County return? And there was uncertainties, not just with facilities, but like the road around us itself. Remember, 2 months ago, things weren't looking good for anything. But now it seems like we're good to go. We're looking ahead. The storm is clearing up a little bit. Sun's coming out. There's spring vibes in the air already. I felt it today outside. And being at DuPont the other morning, checking out that facility and seeing what could be, I really like where things are looking this season in the Washington County Football League.
So I got to give a huge shout out to George Dunn. He helped me. He's the one that pretty much made DuPont happen. He's been helping me a lot, giving me contacts of, who I should call, who I should reach out to. So without George, man, DuPont wouldn't have been a thing. And For you guys not familiar with that area, DuPont is really, I don't want to say secluded, but I think with the setup, we'll be by ourselves. We can do our thing. I'll say that. We still got to police each other, but for the most part, we'll be left alone. I don't think we'll have to deal with anybody bitching, like at Marty Snook. I think we've got a really good setup there. At the same time, though, I don't want to disrespect that facility, and Jason, the dude who the director of that facility, he's helped us out a lot. So that you guys know the drill. We're all adults. We got to do our part. Yes, I want to have fun. Take that how you want it, but we gotta clean up after ourselves at the end of the day. So keep that in mind.
I really like the fact that we're getting a new chance somewhere that a lot of us who are from that area know about, but some of us have never seen before. DuPont is the spot to be at for 9-man. It's secluded enough where we can be to ourselves, but at the same time, be mindful. You're crossing state lines if you're a lot of the Maryland guys coming over.
Yeah.
It's different in West Virginia. Someone still could come back there and see something they don't like and report it, because unfortunately the world we live in, whether we like it or not, is no matter what you do, if someone don't like it, everybody pays.
And West Virginia is an open carry state.
It's going to be different, man. Like, this is going to be fun because you got to think about it. This will be, I believe, the first 9-man league in recent years in West Virginia. I don't know the exact history of that sport down there, but it's good to see the league be played in that area. At the very least, it'll be the first one of this century. I'm excited to see how it all goes there. And I know you're wanting to talk about Sunday captain's meeting, broad axe. The tradition continues. What's the detail on that?
So we're keeping it at broad axe, like we used to. It's going to be this Sunday at 4 p.m. If anybody has any questions at all or interested in putting a team in, send me a message. Let me know. Originally, we called this meeting like an interest meeting because we didn't want to make it official, but with us locking down a location now, it's pretty much set in stone. So we'll call it a captain's meeting. But if anybody wants to put a team in, has any questions at all, send me a message. Let me know you're coming to the meeting. We've got that room reserved. We'll have some referees there. I think it's going to be a pretty good turnout. And honestly, I'm hoping if all goes well, I think we'll have close to 8 teams this year. So that's exciting, man. I remember the days of only having 4 teams in the spring. So for us to take a season off and come back, this strong, it's exciting, man.
I think this facility benefits everybody in the end. For the West Virginia guys, they are finally going to be able to play the sport they love in their home state. And I think for those guys, it's going to be a lot of motivation to come out there and win, because for years, the pressure was not on them to come out here and win. The pressure was on the Hagerstown guys to defend Marty Snook. The pressure was on the PA guys to defend Shippensburg.
Yeah.
The pressure was on other guys to defend your territory. Martinsburg and West Virginia, they didn't have to worry about that. They were always the road team. Now they're the home team. Y'all can't lose now. Y'all can't lose.
I know the main saying in flag is 9-man over everything. It's Maryland over everything. Fuck everybody else.
Oh, shots already fired. You know what, though? I'm excited because I think this will bring out a lot more energy in guys. And I mean positive energy. I think DuPont will be the place to go chill at. It'll be a great place to go play at. I was there the other day. It's a gated one at the beginning, right, Sean? That's the one that could be the field.
Yes, we're going to use the first field there. As soon as you pull in, you got to go back a little lane. It's the first field there on the left. It's gated in, plenty of parking. It's a good setup, man. And looking forward, if everything goes well this season, there's no major hiccups. that's a prime location where we could have a legit tournament. There are 4 fields there, 4 full-size fields. I mean, that's, I hate to look or jump ahead, but we could have a legit 9-man tournament there. Maybe get some of the top A teams from the East Coast. Get some teams from down south. Who knows? I mean, if all goes well, the sky's the limit there. So it's definitely a great facility. I'm hoping to leave a good impression, and I'm hoping you guys have my back with doing that. I think this is going to be a great spring where everybody's just excited to get back, and the energy is going to be crazy, man. A lot of guys didn't want to travel to KFFL or OMFFL, and I respect that. Not everybody has the time to do that. So to bring it back local, dude, it's exciting. So I'm just excited to get back out there and put on the best product I can. Like I said, I've had a lot of help from a lot of people. Can't take all the credit, but is what it is, man. And I'm just ready to get out there and see everybody and just have a competitive year.
I'll tell you, I feel the same way. And, we talk about it, being able to get that local play, I think is key again, especially with traveling becoming more complicated, price of gas going up. On top of that, some people didn't have the luxury of being able to play some days or the other last year. I think West Virginia was really hit the hardest by the shift last year because a lot of their players went from what was a 30-minute drive at most sometimes in Marty to what's turned into a little bit over an hour at times.
Yeah, that's a hike to get up there. So
yeah, and I think this season, to give them a season down there in their home state with the ability to just wake up and from their bed and go straight to the field, like a lot of us have had that luxury of for many years, having played in Hagerstown in some cases or Shippensburg and others. I think that's something that they deserve. And I think for the players around here in Hagerstown, some guys might not like the fact it's travel out of town, but it's still better to go just a little across the border.
Honestly, that location is no different than playing at River Bottom. You're talking about maybe an 8-minute trip down 81, first exit in West Virginia.
Depending which way you go and how fast you go, you could actually probably get there by the time you walk onto the River Bottom field after you get there.
Like I take the way I did it. I took the first exit in West Virginia, which is, what is that? Falling Waters, Marlowe.
Yeah.
You take the left there on Route 11, and it's down the road a few miles, and it's right there. You don't have to go down any crazy back roads to get to it. It's literally 2 turns. You're there. Take the exit, make the left of the lane, and you're at the field. So it's, very accessible. So I'm hoping. I mean, even some guys from the KFFL. I know I'm not going to spoil anything, but there are some Shippensburg guys and some Carlisle guys that are coming down for this, and that's a hike for them. So I appreciate them making the trip. It's like you said, though, it's tough for some guys to travel, myself included. Like sometimes I can't commit to driving, hour and a half. With that being said, though, I do want to give a shout out to Yaffle. I've been playing indoor 7-man this winter just to, keep myself going. And they have a good league up there. I was impressed. So shout out to Dietz and Yuri and all those guys up there, Lagana. Yaffle was pretty cool. I'll give them credit. So maybe we can get some of those guys down there. We'll build it up. Who knows?
Hey, I'll tell you, like, the one thing that I feel like has really improved our community over the last 2 years, because I think COVID really did a lot of change for our community. You go back to the times we were playing at the fairgrounds every Sunday morning and Saturday to just get a game in, and how that community at York Hanover, who just wanted to play 9-man somewhere, anywhere, were making the trips all the way to the fairgrounds to play.
Yeah,
we talked about when we had prime time travel all the way out here to play. Wolverines, like all those guys. I remember biggest thing about Turkey Bowl a few years ago. We had close to 20 guys from that league who played.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, like those guys want it. They want to play. They're friendly dudes for the most part. Like when you talk to them and hang out with them, they're always down the ball. And it's been really awesome to see them just come into our community and be a part of it because, we
Yeah.
think about the greater area of what we really are. I always say, like, Hagerstown, Martinsburg, Shippensburg, Greencastle, all those cities along 81, all the cities in Washington County, Boonesboro, Smithsburg, Williamsport, even Clear Spring over the years has contributed players to Washington County.
Right.
Very low key. People don't realize that, but they were giving a lot of talent to the league for a while from that area. You go up and around PA, Shippensburg, Greencastle, Chambersburg, and then you go across 70 with Frederick and Baltimore, and even down DC and York. This whole region comes together when the word, we got a game 9 o'clock today, 12 o'clock today, here's where it is, 9-man, come play. They're down
Right.
because it's a sport we all love. And I think that's what helps grow our community as well, is guys like that who come in, want to be part of what we do, willing to make the travel out here. You got to think hour 15, and most of it's all back road.
Yeah, it is. That's like for me, Yaffle winter indoors played in Hanover, which takes me a little less than an hour to get to out of Hagerstown, but it's not a straight shot. But I've had a lot of fun playing up there, man. And, I've made some friends, and hopefully we'll get some connections there, and maybe they will come down. Who knows? But I was impressed with their product, and there's a lot of damn good athletes up there. They play primarily 7-man. So you got a hell of a lot of good athletes coming out of there, but just excited to grow it, man. Like I'm the old dude now, I guess. Like I've been playing flag football, specifically Washington County flag football, since 2009.
Yeah.
And dude, it's crazy. Like I'm at the point now in my flag career, I guess you call it, where I'm just ready to give back. I've been trying to do that for a couple of years now. We've specifically with the Warriors the last couple of seasons, we've had some young guys fresh out of high school that are transitioning into college ball. Like last spring, we had 3 or 4 guys that are now playing college football. So that's cool to see, man. It can be a good stepping stone, and it's flag football is only going up from here. We saw that with Showtime on CBS. Like flag football is on the rise.
It's
you
crazy.
can't talk. Yeah, you cannot talk shit on flag football anymore, and I think people are realizing that. So it's just trying to do my part, give back to the community, and just have fun, man. Life's too short. I've learned that the hard way, and I'm just ready to have fun and hang out with my brothers and just play football, man. Other than hockey, the best sport on earth.
Yeah. Big facts.
Absolute facts. And I agree with everything you say there. Like, you go back to the Chris Boone and Showtime on CBS. It's surreal to think that I was watching that same Chris Boone 6 years ago playing in a baseball outfield down in Stevens City, Virginia, on a Tuesday night where the out of bounds was the infield. And so you ran everything in a curve around the outfield.
Yeah, dude. I remember, I watched them on CBS, and just watching it, dude. I had the biggest smile on my face watching that shit. Just rooting, like personally knowing these guys and just seeing them on that big stage.
We've seen the journey the whole way through, like from playing in those Virginia leagues down there that are mostly recreational to coming up here and the run they had with ADR. And then you go further with it. And what Chris Boone has done with Showtime on the 5-man and 7-man circuit, as well as what he's done with the Misfits and 9-man.
Yep.
What a career. And to think like it all started in the Washington County Flag Football League at 17. All the moves were made.
And, to say I've called a touchdown pass from a man who played quarterback on television is something else.
Crazy.
Whoa.
And it's something that, like, in the moment, you don't really think of any of this as what it is until you get to where we are today. And think 5 years ago, think of where we were 5 years ago, fresh out of National 17, where the Knights went to the championship.
Yeah.
Back when we had the Knights, Market Street, the Ducks, the Greencastle Antrim Spartans, Top Gun, too much
program.
talent, program. You were on that 17 squad.
Yep.
The Warriors. Think of where we were 5 years ago and now where we are today. You always see those Facebook challenges, those 5-year challenges.
It's
Ask
crazy,
ourselves,
man.
what's our 5-year challenge?
It's crazy. Yeah, like I said, like I know I've been in that since 09, and I know George Nunn, Eisenberg, Marty Spruce, myself, Mike Lee, if he's still playing, you never know with him. There's quite a few guys that are still holy shit. I got kicked out.
Yes,
So
sir.
funny story. I get kicked out of this game and I get suspended. A big old brawl happened.
Moats
after
in
this
the
one.
red, everybody.
Dude tried to kick me in my face after I laid a not so nice hit on him.
This is just after the Don Brown era, too, of the Hitman.
Look at there I am right there. I had hair and shit. That's crazy. I'm playing tight end here.
I just saw a run play up the middle. Look at this guy. Who's this dude,
Yeah.
Sean?
That is Brian Thompson.
Okay. That was
Boonesboro dude.
Okay. Wow. Is that him? Look at the hair and everything.
So Marty's in this game for sure. I know he scores against us. He looks like baby Steve Smith in this shit. He's number 89. And Ryan Carter's playing quarterback for PG. What's wild about this is that's Troy Butts playing quarterback. He's passed away. There are, I think, 4 people in this video that have passed away. And it's crazy, man. Like, think about, like I said, you never know.
You had a lot of loss in the last.
You just never know. Life is short, and I just want to have fun while I'm here.
Well, you think back last year alone, we lost Pernell Ricks, Ronnie Cook,
Yeah.
Kent Page. If I missed anybody, let me know. But I just remember it all just seemed like it just happened so fast and over such a short amount of time, too.
Blake McCoy from Ruckus. That was a tough one.
I believe in 2020. Yeah, I believe.
Was it 2020? I don't, dude.
I think it.
Last
I
couple of years, man, have been
I
a
remember we
blur.
had the prayer for it before the X.
Look at me breaking down, making that flag pull.
I see that. Marty Snook, 2009. Oh,
yeah,
man.
It's crazy. I'm trying to think here. Marty scores on a pretty damn good run. I don't know where the hell it is in this video, but I know for sure this is the one that I get kicked out of.
My man.
I believe it was because I think it does come up in one of the plays.
Yeah, it does. Taking no prisoners.
I love that these videos exist on YouTube. I'm glad we have a library.
It's crazy because like the game has changed so much. Like I remember people going under center back in those days.
Yeah.
Look at that. Another flag pull. Bop. That's when Miller Lite still had Grable at quarterback. And that offense back then, they'd go double tight end set and they just run the ball up the middle. There's Marty. That's a hell of a touchdown. And Earl Thorne playing quarterback.
Oh, we're going way back on Earl Thorne. I remember first season he had Nighthawks when I joined Washington County.
Trying to think if there's anybody.
Post hit, man.
I'm playing tight end here. I think this is a QB run.
You know what I really
look at me get out and lead block there, boy.
It's crazy to think that traces of the Hitmen franchise are still found to this day in the league, and on terms of where the team went to, they evolved in the Storm afterwards, and then that became Nighthawks. And then that core from there became Program, and then now we see that same core on Demons.
Here's where I get a little violent.
Oh, okay.
Here come bow.
Wow.
Man, all hell broke loose.
You went for the flag, though. That's what I'd argue. Went for the
I
flag.
know. Whatever. Jesus. Yeah, it's like I remember back then, man, and how old was I? Shit. 19, I guess. 19, 20. I don't even know, but
I want to say I was 18. I had just finished
You
high
know.
school games played.
just trying to figure this shit out. So it was fun, but the game's definitely changed. And I think, Dave Wadsworth was the coach of PG Hitman back then. He was on the right track. He had these games filmed, and I'm pretty sure they would air them on like what the hell you call it, public television channel.
There was a local Washington County channel on Antietam Cable back.
He would have them aired on there. And I remember the year I played for him, he'd get pissed because every other word was fuck or shit. And he's like, we're never going to get on TV with this. I was like, yeah, well. Old Dave, he was a good coach. I like playing for that guy.
PG Hitmen sound like what a modern 9-man team would be doing today with like a complete camera crew, everything, public access, local show.
He was for sure ahead of the game, like with his plan. I know he had a hell of a lot of success like playing. I'm pretty sure I know he got to play at Arrowhead Stadium, and I'm pretty sure he won a championship there. Somebody will have to do some research on that, but I remember seeing pictures of it. Like I don't know what league or what like nationals or whatever, but he definitely played on the big stage.
We're going to do a 5-year challenge for you, Sean.
Oh God.
2016. I know it's almost 6 years, but we're still in the 5-year range.
Oh boy.
Drivers and the Ducks. Oh, look who it is.
Look at that. Old
Neon
DT.
green and everything. Let's hear the speech.
Played y'all's asses off, and I just want to apologize. My man had 2 bombs, yo.
Yeah, you
so I
fucked up,
apologize to y'all
didn't
for
you?
that. That's on me. That's on me.
Hey, don't look for that run, baby.
Hey.
Right here.
Let's get it.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, who got my back? I got your back. Who got my back? I got your back. Who got my back? I got your back. I got your back. Let's go win this damn game. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Oh shit.
Good Lord.
There's a lot of sweaty men around me.
Get used to that, Mike.
Let's go, bro. Say rah. No? All right. Family on 3. 1, 2, 3, family.
Hey, who got let's go.
Good Lord.
I believe
Going back and forth.
I believe that was where that breakdown originated. That was the survivors that season.
Dude, I can't remember. It's when I got to
The
Warriors,
first time I
man.
remember hearing it was like in that 2016 season when you were with them. And I kind of wondered if that was you who created it first.
I don't know.
I know
don't know if I
Daniel has
can-
told me before it was you and him who came up with it in conversation.
I'm for sure like
Look at this right at the gate. That's Coley.
Coley, yeah.
Pick 6 on Ethan French.
I remember joining them. I left Red Knights to join them. I had no idea what I was getting into. Like I didn't realize I'd hop right into like a leadership role with them. I don't know. I hate taking credit for shit though, but maybe I did come up with that. But I know like for sure, like where I kind of came into my own and I felt comfortable and I could be myself was with the Warriors, man. 2018. Like it's just, I never had to hide like how crazy I was, like legitimately certifiable insane. Like y'all that know me know how kind of nuts I can be, and they fucking they accepted me in as one of their own, and I'll never forget that.
You fit right in.
So after that, like with program, I did my thing there and I balled out defense, played offense for him, but and I love those guys, but when I came to this squad right here, is when I felt like I could just be an absolute fucking madman.
Let's go, bro, baby! Let's
And it
go!
shows.
Every play, 100 mile an hour. You get beat, you get your fucking head up, you make the play. Let's go! Who's got my back? I got your back! Who's got my back? I got your back! Who's got my back? I got your back! Bring it in here, baby, bring it in! Let's go! Let's go! Don't hold nothing back! Don't hold nothing back! Warriors on three! Warriors on three! 1, 2, 3! Warriors! It's all wow!
Finally. Yeah,
Wow.
good times, man. Good times.
Yeah, and you know what?
Chills every time.
If the talks are true, what we're seeing on Uncut, this rivalry game is coming back.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited.
Yeah, we're going to get Top Gun versus Warriors for the first time since September 1st, 2018. Yeah, we're going
Damn,
way
it's been
back.
that long.
Yeah, I remember 18-0 it was at North. The Warriors were up when Top Gun rallied back to win 21-18. But here, Warriors got the best of Top Gun that day here in this B championship. You see Ross Collins of a nice block there, and nearly crushing his quarterback in the process.
This game was a stepping stone for us as a franchise.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like we had a damn good season, the best season they had up to that point. That's the year I think we lost to AFN by a point.
Yes, I filmed that game too.
That's when everybody realized, like, holy shit, like when you say the Warriors D line, everybody knows. It's to this day, everybody knows what's coming. And that's kind of where it started. Like, that AFN game, I don't give a fuck who's on that O line. You're not blocking all of us. I don't care. We have to be double teamed, every single one of us.
that
And it showed.
Yeah, that AFN Warriors game, and it's crazy to think because AFN had almost everybody that day.
Yeah, they had no excuse. Like, they just their four could not block.
That comes straight out of a circuit
That was a
game,
definition
honestly, with
of
how
a
intense it
dog
got.
fight of a flag.
But you know what? That's the Washington County games. They are dog fights. They're drag them out slugfest. We've seen that over and over. It's all about whose offensive and defensive line can break through, get the most pressure, and be able to get stops. We've always been a more defensive trench-oriented league. And you see that in a lot of these games from back in this time period. No exception was Warriors say, oh, Rao had a catch there.
That was a fun game. I remember that.
This was a great game.
That was a game where Brock chased Ricky Miller probably 4 miles on the day.
It's crazy too because Brock went through that same exact play of Devin Redmond on TBT like a few years later in Big Man. That real happened.
It was that was a fun season there. Who was it? That was when Mayhem played ADR, right, in the championship?
Yeah, that was I don't know if it's on this tape or not. Hopefully it's not. I know mid-play I had to stop, but I don't know what I remember catching anymore. If I call it. Yeah, that game. I don't have footage of that game. You know what I mean?
I know what happened, but we don't got to talk about it.
Oh yeah, 28-0.
Damn, dude, that seems like it was so long ago. It's crazy.
This feels like a whole other life to me at this stage, considering how far we've come since then and where we've been since then. Like, you think about the experiences we've had both locally and, of course, going out there and playing some travel ball. Your experiences, Moats, with Misfits and with Warriors and Demons last year. Ross and I's experiences going out there, seeing the world, coming back home and helping out when we can. It's just wild to see what started out as us playing what seemed like a backyard recreational football league, and now a lot of the guys we grew up playing with and everything else have achieved a lot of success in the sports we're playing. Yeah, and I think that speaks volumes to this region and what we can do as a whole, and to the people who play in this league, who in this area. We have talent. We've always had talent.
Oh, it's there. I think the cool thing about just Well, like for us, to a pinpoint, flag football, man, I've made and met so many damn good friends, throughout my journey through this shit that, I consider brothers, lifelong friends. Had this league not been around, I would have never met these people. Like Ross, I would have never met any of you guys.
Right.
Cam Schiffler, like people think me and Cam Schiffler have been best friends since we've been 6 years old. I didn't meet him till 2018. Like
Yeah.
it's just, like I played against these guys growing up through youth sports, but never knew them. So it's cool what the sports allowed us to do. So
And
it's crazy to
honestly,
think about.
yeah.
Part of life, man.
And you think about the fact of like all the different people you faced off against over the years, who the longevity of, you got to think you were playing guys when you first started who were probably playing flag in the 80s and 90s. And there's a good chance by the time you retire, you'll be playing against guys who have played flag into the 2070s, maybe even the 80s.
The crazy part for me was figuring out that I had people on my team last year that weren't alive when 9/11 happened.
Yeah.
Like that's hard. That's like a fucking mind blower.
That's wow.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like that, when you sit back and think about it, that's crazy.
Super fucking wow.
And it's even crazier to think a lot of these kids fresh out of high school come into this sport and they do so well at it.
Yeah,
And
dude.
see their firsthand. And what really I think helps those kids out is they're so fresh into the training still they got at the high school level and into the collegiate level that they come in with the athletic smarts. It's just getting down the basic stuff that everybody struggles with in that first flag season. Ross, do you remember how hard it was to adjust coming into flag football at the ripe age of 27 years old after not playing it for 10 years?
Yeah.
The O-line, the O-line and D-line is the easy part. It's the timing on the routes that's, a killer. Everybody knows, like, well, not everybody, but the successful teams know that. Like, it's just, the timing is what kills so many people. That's
Yeah.
what I love about 9-man. And when I try to explain to people, who are interested in playing, it's football on that line. You just don't have a helmet and shoulder pads.
It's a fucking pain.
It is. And
Or the knee. Yeah. Real pain in the knee.
knee for you.
Dude, trust me. Pain in the fingers. My shit's still fucked. I mean, I can't even straighten my hands out anymore.
Your fingers are fucked.
Yeah, I'm like that dude from Scary Movie, whisking the potatoes and shit.
Take my strong hand.
Yeah. But I wouldn't take it back. I wouldn't change it for anything.
Hell no.
But yeah, I'm excited, man.
So let's get to those details. Yeah, we've talked about everything almost except for
Yep,
the
yep.
league.
We're
It's been a good
reminiscing right
conversation.
now.
Yeah.
Couple things I wanna throw out there. Again, the captain's meeting is going to be Sunday at the Broad Axe at 4 p.m. Anybody who's interested in putting a team in, send me a message, let me know. We have that room reserved. I'm not sure exactly how many people we can fit in there, but I mean, the bar is going to be open. So if anybody wants to come out and have a drink, feel free, I guess.
You can fit about 4 people in there.
We've got, like I said, I've got DuPont locked down. I'm still waiting on an insurance quote. But if all goes well, I think this will, I hate talking financial on here, but I want to be clear with everybody. If all goes well, I think this could be the lowest fee we've had in quite some time for county. There's a lot of things that go into consideration for that, but I'll tell you right now, we got the DuPont facility for $1,400 for the season, which if we have 7 or 8 teams, that's like $170 a team for the field rental. So that's where we're at right now. So it's not going to be anything crazy. I'm just waiting on the insurance quote. So
Yeah.
I'm
And I
coming
know
into
some
this.
guys that sounds like a lot, but like considering where we're at with a lot of this, yeah, like that's the rate you're gonna get. And truthfully, for what you're gonna get with that field, it's worth it because of the fact that number one, it's a facility that could be multi-use. You could play different fields, you could have a tournament there. It's
It comes out.
I like it. I love it.
I think it comes out to $50 a game, which is
Okay.
that's cheaper than the ref fees, dude. Like if you think about it. So when you actually put pen to paper and write everything down, that's a damn good price. I just hope everybody knows that and understands it. You know, coming into this, like I said, I never wanted to be president, commissioner, whatever, but I guess that's what it is. But I want to be clear with everybody. I want 100% clarity. You know, I'm still with the Warriors, still running the Warriors. I'm still recruiting. I'm gonna have nothing to do with the schedule. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Like there's gonna be no bullshit for my part, man. Like this whole thing is to bring back football to county, and you guys have my word. I'm never gonna do anything shady. This is what it is. Hope you all accept that. You know, appreciate it, but y'all know me. Like I'm hoping that I've earned everybody's respect over the years, that they understand that I'd never do anything to, you know, have them question me. It's just not who I am. If you know me, you know I'm a straightforward dude. Not going to bullshit. Not going to cookie cut anything. So I'm here for you guys.
I trust him 100%. Like I
So-
like what Sean's doing right now, and what I've said has been said for years. The captains run this league. Yeah, the captains have say, but at the end, it's the community. All of us run this league. All of us have to come together to make it happen. If we don't come together, there's no plan. If we're sitting around debating who's going to do what, or what's going to be where, or what rules apply to when, we ain't going to get anywhere. This offseason, we made a big move with DuPont. We got Moats driving this ship right now. He's not in charge of scheduling. Don't yell at him. Just be nice to the person who's in charge of scheduling, because I'm pretty sure they're a nice person wherever they are.
The other thing, scheduling. I'm hoping to have 4 referees per game if all goes as well. The biggest thing, man, is I'm begging you guys, you know, like my name is, at the end of the day, my name is on this rental form and on this insurance shit. Please don't do anything that would look negatively on me. Like, it's going to come back on me at the end of the day. And put my trust in you guys, man. Like you said, the captains run this league, the players run this league. We're going to vote on everything, but, you know, please don't do anything stupid that's going to make us lose this facility. We've had the reason we're in Martinsburg, Spring Mills, whatever you want to call it, nobody in Washington County will give us a fucking chance anymore. And that's just the truth of the matter. There's been multiple people that have reached out, tried to set meetings, been ghosted. I've been hung up on twice. You know, it's hard enough with the date with COVID going on, because we're still in the COVID land. Nobody wants to play ball with that, and nobody gives a shit about adult rec sports. So please don't do anything to screw this up for us. Might be our last shot. I don't know where else we go.
Facts. And that's the one biggest thing to emphasize is don't do anything to get us in trouble. I think the local guys who are familiar with the area will be a good resource on making sure like what's good and what's not. I don't know. Like I said, it's very secluded, but being secluded does not mean just do whatever. Be
The biggest
smart,
thing,
be mindful.
yeah.
Those are the
The
two
biggest thing
words,
is
mindfulness.
just be smart, man. Be aware of your surroundings. Everybody knows that, and clean up after yourselves. I'm gonna do my best to. I'm not sure if they have trash cans there or not, but I'll damn sure have trash bags there. Just clean up after yourselves. If we do that, nobody will ever know we were there. That's all I ask.
Facts. So let's get
So-
some time frames. When do you think would be a start? Are we looking at more April, or could March be a possibility for a start area?
I want to say March is a possibility only because there's so many 9-man tournaments, and I want to make this. I want to make our league. What's the word I'm looking for? I want guys to be able to travel. You know, accommodate. I want to accommodate the 9-man tournaments. I know there's Atlantic City. Pretty sure there's a XFFL tournament. Not sure when that is.
That's going to be first week of April. They're doing April Fool's Tour, April 2nd and 3rd at Asheboro, New Jersey. It's a busy season no matter how you cut
Yeah.
it. Like, there's going to be some times where we got to get games in, and that's the key thing, because right now you look at the 9-man schedule, and not just 9-man, but holidays from April to July. You're talking XFFL, and then there's nothing else the week after that. But then you got Easter, Ocean City, nothing after that. But then Mother's Day, there's a possible tournament in mid-May. I've heard that's up in the air. That's supposed to be down somewhere closer around Arundel Mills, is what I've heard about that one, or around maybe Columbia or Baltimore, somewhere maybe DC in that range. But there's nothing concrete there. But then after that, you got an open week, but then Memorial Day, but then Atlantic City, Father's Day, and there is a possibility. I've had her speculation that it could be Virginia Beach happening at the end of June.
Yeah. And then you got to factor
July too. Remember that.
You got to factor in weather. You know, it's going to rain. So, yeah, we'll see. But I want to accommodate as much as possible. You know, it's the Misfits are coming back from what I understand. I want to do nothing but accommodate them because, you know, I know they travel. The one thing for sure, like, we're pausing for 9-man tournaments. Like, in the past, there's been people complaining about 5-man and 7-man. It's 9-man over everything.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say about that. So,
No,
but
I agree
again,
with that.
we'll vote on it. You cannot, like, we can't take breaks for every fucking tournament that happens. We'll be playing until August.
And we
So,
can't take off for every holiday either. Like, I know some guys do prefer to take off all holidays in between, but it's not feasible if you want to get a full season, and especially with spring where you never know whether it's going to be rain 1 minute or sunshine. It's so unpredictable.
From what I could tell from that field, because I was there on a warm day where everything had melted, it seemed like it would hold up pretty well, but I also don't want to tear it up. So we'll see what happens, but sky's the limit, man. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Like you said, I'm hoping for late March start. You know, I can't confirm anything. We're going to talk about this at the meeting Sunday. I don't know when the schedule will be out because I still have no idea how many teams are entering. I hear rumors of this and that, but after Sunday we'll know more, and you know, we'll go from there.
I like it. Like I said, the direction we got right now is the most positive one we've had in a long time in terms of getting this back together since last fall.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is us as a community is to come together, work together,
Yep.
take
I
care
did-
of the situation.
I did reach out to a food truck. They're not licensed in West Virginia, so that's not going to happen. So if anybody has connections for West Virginia, whatever, I don't give a shit if they're licensed, truthfully.
Ross is
come out on
playing,
Sunday.
Who you got a connection with?
Dude,
What's your connection, Ross?
I can get twisted does out there.
You can get twisted doughs out there.
I think I
Oh
can.
my God. I won't even play if that happens. I'll just sit there and eat all day.
I'll have to go back in the archives of the messages.
Hell, man, if we can't get your food truck, get a grill, anything. Like I
was
said,
Yeah,
was
something.
Supposed to have them
I-
at Snook, but they didn't have a license in Maryland. They have a license in West
I
Virginia.
want us to be able to bring back that atmosphere we used to have at Marty, where we were able to play football and then afterwards sit back, relax. What's the rules on
Exactly.
drinking in West Virginia? I got to know that.
I don't know, but my biggest thing is
I know the kids showing up could probably be a no there immediately.
Oh, but still, if you hide it, who gives a shit? That's what koozies are for. I'm a little reckless with that, but you know what I mean? It's no harm, no foul. What mother don't know won't hurt her.
Agreed. I agree with that.
That's how I feel about it. Now, you know, maybe I'm a little reckless, but as long as you don't go flaunting it, and the biggest thing is not leaving fucking trash around. That's how we get busted in the first place. Just clean up after yourselves. I play the Buffalo game too. Like I'm all about, you know, boozing on the sideline. It's just when you finish it, throw it away. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the food truck. What else? There was something else.
I have a question.
What's your question, Ross?
The F word penalty.
Is the
That
F-bomb
is-
penalty a thing?
That will that's gonna be discussed at the meeting.
Can I make a proposal on what that rule should be at least?
What's that?
I think only in the case of excessive or abusive use of it.
Yeah.
More of not if, for instance, Ron drops an interception and says it.
Yeah.
More
Yeah.
so if somebody gets in Brian's face and starts dropping cuss words in his face. That would be unsportsmanlike.
That's what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
we all do it. If there's
If you treat it like
malicious,
unsportsmanlike and not just a language violation, I think that's the best way to go about it.
it also depends on your surrounding. You know, if there's malicious intent, sure, but
Yeah.
like I know we also have to keep in mind, and we won't know until after week 1. I don't know how close of a proximity we're going to be to kids playing soccer. Like I said, that's still up in the air. And the last thing we need is a parent bitching to the director saying, "Hey, Sean Moats said, hey, go fuck yourself to this offensive lineman. Take a break from those fucking burgers, you big piece of shit." You know, and then we lose the field.
Only you would use yourself.
And I'll say it like Yaffle. There was a situation where a player literally said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" That's all he said. And we're in the YMCA. That dude has a 3-game suspension.
Jeez.
There are some because they have to be aware of their surroundings. If they lose that field, there's nowhere else they can go. So it's, you know, some places take it seriously, but we're going to play it by ear and see what happens. We'll talk about it. Like I said, I'm not going to monopolize anything. This is bring it to the table. We'll talk about it, make a decision. We'll go from there. Like I want this to be a, you know, open door policy. So
I like that approach as well, because I think right now what we need to do is think about what we need to keep the whole league alive. And even if it means going across the river to play in West Virginia at DuPont, I think so be it.
yeah.
Because that's better than not having a field, and that's better than uncertainties. And I think DuPont was good, and I think River Bottom was good for what we needed. I think the problem was you had the rain issue at times, which always had an issue with that field.
Right.
And I always feared for that. And I do think now DuPont will have the same issues, but I think now we have a little more flexibility on terms of being able to go into another side as well, I believe.
Yeah. With DuPont, you know, it's a flat level,
Yeah.
safe field. There were a lot of places on River Bottom that, in my mind, like we shouldn't have been touching. You know, we had a couple guys roll ankles. It is what it is. It's going to happen playing the game. But
Yeah.
I feel like this is a much better, you know, for a player standpoint, much better location.
It reminds me a lot of the Shippensburg field.
It does. It
Really
does.
Virginia version of the Shippensburg
Yep.
field.
It does.
Which I think is a good thing, because I like the fact that we're in a cage where we're together with ourselves and don't have to worry about occupying too much of a whole sideline. Because, you know,
Yeah.
Marty had a congestion issues toward the end with parking and people being all over the place with the walking trail. And it hurt for sidelines because guys were used to being able to just get away with saying and doing whatever. And I think that gave the wrong impression to a lot of people who would walk by not understanding the sport that was being played.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, I dealt with Parks and Rec for Washington County or Hagerstown, City of Hagerstown, whatever, and they did not want us back. Like we didn't do ourselves any favors over the years. It's showing, but that's the biggest thing. Like I want to, drive home is we've got to be smart. We've got to be adults. And I'll be the first one to tell you, like, I'll lose my cool. It's happened tons of fucking times, and we just got to be smart and reel each other in and just not lose the field. That's the biggest thing. So
I think we're going to do fine. I think as long as we're able to police ourselves and to be smart, like if you guys want to go and do your normal thing, go to the most furthest corner away from actual people who aren't with our group.
shit, maybe I'll even paint a little zone, designated smoking area. Who knows? You know what I mean?
And I would like maybe Ross could bring the shed truck on site and sell a shed for us to go smoking in. You got any sheds for us to use for the field, Ross?
Smoking in the hell no, man.
No, we can't buy a shed off of your lot.
Them fools would fuck that shit up.
Call it the Blazer Zone.
Oh, I mean, we would trash that thing hard, yeah. But still, it'd be great for the league.
Good Lord. Yeah, Sunday at 4:00 at the Broad Axe. Like I said, I'm hoping for at least 8 teams. The way it's looking, we might even have more. It depends.
Have they given us any time constraints or are we able to use the field all day?
He didn't say anything to me. He just said that youth soccer starts on the other field at like 1 or 2. I'll reach out to him and get like a clear cut thing on that. But my, I guess the general idea was to start the games at 9 a.m. and run them to, I guess, however long we need, 1, 2 o'clock, and be out of there. I guess it all depends on the schedule, but we'll see. Like I said, there's a lot of questions that we'll answer Sunday. There's a lot of questions that we won't answer because I don't have the answer. Like it's going to be a group effort. So that's where we're at, man. It's look at me go, I guess.
Hey,
Crazy.
Got this.
hey, who's got your back? We got your back.
That's right.
Who's got your back? We got your back.
Smash his bottle over somebody's head.
I'm in that video, by the way.
Hey,
Got your back.
we do got your back 100% along the way, Sean.
I appreciate it. There's been a lot of people that have, man. It's been nothing but love. I've had so many texts and messages and just people reaching out, letting me know they appreciate the effort and all that. And dude, I feel the love, but like I said, there's been a lot of people behind the scenes that made this happen. And I just appreciate everybody's support. We're going to do what we can to bring this back. We're going to bring it back the right way. And I want this to be a Sunday where we can all come out, play football. And like I said, I want people to feel comfortable bringing their kids out, bringing their wives out, their girlfriends, the prostitutes from Prospect Street. I don't care, just have a good time and just hang out, with no fear of what's going to happen this week. Is there going to be a fight? I don't want any of that. Like, I want this to be all about, fellowship, brotherhood, all that, and just hang out, man. We'll do it. We'll do it right.
I agree 100%. I'm looking forward to what's going to transpire this season in the Washington County Flag Football League. Quick question: is media allowed at the captain's meeting, or do we have to sit out and wait for any answers?
I will allow media at the captain's meeting. Like I said, man, I want this. That word gets thrown around nowadays. Inclusion. I want everybody to feel like they're a part of this. So come on out, enjoy yourself.
Down, listen, and do what we can to help out.
And like I said, I'll be the first one to say this. This goes for all media. photographers as well. If all goes well and the budget's low, man, I would love to pay you guys out of the league, out of the league pocket for you guys to come out and take time out of your day. It does not go unnoticed. I know it takes a big chunk out of not just your weekend, man, you specifically, you putting together videos and this show and all that shit. It doesn't go unnoticed. And I appreciate it. I know so many other guys appreciate it. So I want to give you guys something back. So thank you. And that'll be addressed Sunday at the meeting as well. You shouldn't work for free. Nobody should work for free. If you're good at something, get paid to do it. So I'll leave it at that.
And we'll do anything we can to make sure that you guys get the footage you need, get the games covered, and give the same coverage that we've managed to give over the last 5 years of the league. And I'm looking forward to being back on the ride this season in Washington County. It's going to be a great time. Sunday captain's meeting, 4 p.m. at the Broad.
And the other thing I got to say before I hop off here, Warriors, we're back. Fuck your team. If anybody wants to spin, hit me up. We're coming back strong.
Hell yeah.
I can't wait. It's going to be a good season to watch.
There's a reason I put him in charge of the Warriors.
Oh,
There's a reason for that.
you got to take a chance, man. Columbus did.
Yeah.
He
Let's
discovered
see
a
how
whole new
you-
fucking
see how
world.
Moats does in the second season as the head coach of the Warriors.
Oh, yeah. No shit.
Oh,
Put the bottle on the floor. That's not good.
We got a man down.
Man, now it's going to be great, dude. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
Looking forward to it. Like I said, 4 o'clock, Broad Axe. Anybody has any questions, let me know. Feel free to come out, get dinner, get a beer, and we'll go from there.
I look forward to it. We'll see you at the Broad Axe. Sean Moats bringing back the Washington County Flag Football League. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this all plays out. We got a very interesting month ahead. We got a meeting. We got teams coming in. We're going to talk about all that in a minute, but I'm just happy to have it back. Thank you, Sean, and everybody who worked behind the scenes to make this happen.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sean Moats joining us. Thank you, Sean. We will see you on Sunday.
Yep.
Anything else you got tonight?
Yeah. Next time, I guess next season when you do the show, there's gonna be a brand new Warriors jersey hanging back there behind you. We'll get rid of that Broad Axe bullshit.
Hey, we got the past champions collection right here. Can the Warriors take the next spot on here? It's the last 6 Washington County champions on display.
That's the goal.
See what they can do. This is going to be a good season ahead.
Get it.
All right, Sean. Thank
All
you
right,
for
brother.
joining us.
Y'all take care.
You as well, sir. We'll see you on Sunday.
Yep.
Sean Moats joining us. Well, Ross, here we are. Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. Let's get ready. Let's talk about the speculation of what this league could be. So Sunday mornings is what we're being told. 9 a.m. starts the Old Classic kickoff. We're going to be in DuPont Soccer Complex over in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Technically is the address. It's a little more Falling Waters end of Martinsburg on the very northern end. So right across the border. That's a hop skid for everybody there. Coming, depending which way you go to River Bottom, you can actually probably by the time you get down 81, get to the field by the time you get to River Bottom on the bottom of the river. Don't laugh at me.
Nailed it.
Thank you, Ross Commerce. If anybody wants to call in, let me know. But let's talk about the season that could be. Speculation going around. So we know Top Gun's back. Last time we saw Top Gun was the fall 2018 B championship against the Red Knights. Yeah, I just named 2 teams that have not played in this decade yet. Yeah, that's how far back we're going. Remember, that game wasn't even live. That was a
Seems like
home
yesterday.
game. It does. That was in North. It's 4 years almost now. We're about 3 years past that season.
The Warriors felt like the Red Knights cheated them out. We should win.
Nah, no, you all didn't get cheated out of that game. If anything, the game was saved. And truthfully, Top Gun Warriors is the rivalry I miss. And if we get a chance to see that now, I ain't gonna lie though. Top Gun's gonna look about the same, but I've heard there's a lot of familiar new faces coming on, new yet familiar faces.
Right.
They aren't people that we don't know, but we do know them.
Right.
But they're not the Top Gun of old, so to speak. The Warriors, they're not the Warriors of old either. Remember, the Warriors, the last time Warriors played Top Gun, Zach Kroll was the starting quarterback for the Warriors in that game.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You guys had Cody Snavely, Brandon McLean, Andy Sigler, Ryan Rao.
That was a season when I think we played 14 different quarterbacks that season.
Yeah, you guys went through a carousel of it. There was John's show was very hard to replace until you found Cody Snavely at the end of the season.
Yeah.
And Snavely rode that all the way for a whole year after that. But like during this, but you go back, that's how long it's been. Like the Warriors nowadays I can't even imagine what they are. A lot of those guys from the Warriors, they were playing together, don't get me wrong, but they weren't on the Warriors last fall. So who's a Demon? Who's a Warrior? Speaking of Demons, could they be in this mix as well? Remember, Demons is basically a spawn of the program at this stage.
Yeah.
Another long line of that little generation that goes back to Gold's Gym in the mid-90s. And the Demons themselves had a great first season in the KFFL, as we saw last year. Got to the semifinals, almost knocked off the Misfits.
Would you call it a great season?
Okay, not a great season, but a great ending for a season.
There you go.
You take a look at Ruckus and what Ruckus has done. Ruckus back at that time period. Moses is a free agent already.
Yeah.
He out the ship.
Me too.
Oh, everybody's leaving. Well, they're going to Warriors. Ruckus, they're coming back. They're gonna have the same familiar cast and crew, but toward the end of 2020, Ruckus or 2021, Ruckus was starting to have some newer faces pop in and out. So I kind of wonder if we're going to see the next step of what that was supposed to lead to. We're kind of in a weird lapse time. All this kind of feels like the Avengers almost. Like everything's back in normal with the timeline. We were in a weird period last season where we were talking about these weird teams like Wolverines and like Prime Time and Reckless Villain, some weird teams like that, man.
Reckless Villain.
Yeah, like it was some weird Elseworld Outlaws. I don't know, man. I feel like I was on some kind of weird acid trip. TV. Ugh. It's weird, but like I think we're back to normal now. Because we've heard speculation, Misfits trying to get in.
Close to normal.
And then you look at the way the boards are talking. Where are some guys sitting? Do we see the Killer Bees make the jump? There's been talks already on Facebook. Killer Bees to county. What do they bring to the table now? You got to think. A lot of their base guys last season up north were coming up from this region. TJ Williams and company coming up from Martinsburg. That's got to be big for Tuz and crew, because now all of a sudden, if he's with that Killer Bee squad, that's going to help them out in a big way. Remember, they may be playing up there, but a lot of their guys are not from Shippensburg. You take a look at what could come. Beth has a team. Could we see some broad acts? Could it be a new kind of broad acts? how many of the same crew comes back? You take a look at all the other teams in this league. Pure Chaos coming back. ADR is rumored to come back.
Huh.
Yeah. There's been all sorts of speculation. Survivor said they're coming back. I talked to my dad. He and Kenny Diener and my uncle and all those other guys, they're going to put a team in. They're all coming back.
There you go.
Everybody's coming back.
Care School said Survivor Strong.
There you go. QB1, wide receiver 2, DB3. That's my guy. It's going to be a wild year ahead, Ross Collins. What the hell's about to happen? Where are we?
DuPont.
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 Jeff Gordon style.
I don't know. I'm just glad we're back to some Washington County flag football.
Yep. That's a fact.
Well, we're back. Cheers. Cheers to another year's. This beer is empty. We'll see you all next week. We'll recap the captain's meeting. We'll see who's in. We'll talk what's happening. Washington County Flag Football Live is back every week coming up. Well, almost every week. We'll let you know. Could be here, could be there, could be anywhere. Who knows? Who cares? We're back, baby. Let's get it going. Sunday, 4 p.m. The Broad Axe Washington County Flag Football League meeting. We'll see what's going to happen this spring in the WCFFL. Tune in, 4 p.m. Sunday, Broad Axe League meeting. We'll see you soon.